Quick, what would Rust Tarkov with a little bit of Minecraft as a Roblox game look like? Have any idea? Yeah, me neither, which is why I started off with a basic checklist of my game, involving the three main mechanics. 1. A tree and rock breaking system. I wanted the player to be able to interact with the environment to make the game as fun as possible. 2. A shop. What would be the point of breaking trees and rocks if you couldn't buy anything? 3. PvP. Something which makes the gameplay fun. So after making this very basic checklist, I now had a rough idea for my game, so I opened up Roblox Studio and got started. First of all, I got a tree model from the toolbox. But wait, before you all start coming in for using free models, I just wanted to tell you I did try and make a tree, and due to my lack of experience in modelling, it didn't go so well. After this, I got an axe model from the toolbox so the player has something to hit the tree with, and I added it into the starter player so the player spawned in with it. After a couple YouTube tutorials, I now had a working axe. I know you probably can't tell, but the axe is working, I just don't have animations yet. So let's add some. I imported a dummy and used Roblox's inbuilt animator and got started, and it actually went surprisingly smoothly. I made 2 animations, one for a heavy attack and one for a light attack. I now had a working axe that breaks trees, however it's not exactly fun to break, so let's add some sounds. After about 10 minutes of getting my ears obliterated by bass boosted music in the toolbox, I now had some basic hitting and breaking sounds. This was much better than before, but it was still missing something, so I added a health bar, and after messing around with the code for a bit, it now functioned. But what's the point of breaking a tree if you don't get anything? So I made it drop some wood and leaves, but this was no real use to the player, as they had no way of picking it up, so I decided to make an inventory system. In order to make the inventory system, I needed to make some UI, and just like my modelling skills, they are lacking slightly. So after making it, I decided to go to the Hidden Devs Discord and ask for some feedback to improve. After some useful and not so useful feedback, I ended up with this. It's not exactly the best, but it's going to have to do for now. And now all I had to do was code it, and boom, I had a working inventory system where you can pick up and drop materials. After this, I made some more variations of the trees, which had more health than the smaller tree, but if broken, would give more materials. I then repeated the tree making process but with rocks, so now my game featured rock and tree making. I know, exciting right? This was a good start, but it lacked some features from my previous checklist, such as a shop, so I decided to make one. I started off similarly to the process of making the inventory system, by creating some UI. To no surprise, it didn't turn out well, so once again I turned to the Hidden Devs Discord and asked for some help. By the end of it, my UI now looked better, and all I had to do was code it. So after basically copying the same script over and over, whilst changing a couple of words and values, I had a working shop, or market, whatever you want to call it. But as a hungry Roblox game developer, I wanted to make some money, so I made a way to purchase coins of Robux. Now all I'm missing from my checklist is the PvP aspect, so I decided to add it. This was actually pretty simple, as all I had to do was check if the axe hit the player in the axe script, and if it did, then to deal damage. I also added some sound to fit the rest of the game. Well, that's it, the end of my first ever devlog. I'm sorry if it wasn't very long, but despite the lack of content, this took me a decent amount of time to make, and I promise the next one will be longer. If you did like this video, please consider subscribing, and if you didn't, please leave me a comment telling me what to do better for next time. It would help me a lot. Have a good day.